This is Kendra.
And this is Brianna. Welcome to Camp Comparisons,
where she's in one camp and I'm in the other. All right, news and updates. It's been a while, but since we last recorded, we went to Tampa Bay Comic-Con.
Yes.
And not only did we have fun, going around and seeing things and seeing people and all sorts of stuff. You can probably say what you did if you want to.
I spent all of the time that I wasn't doing our panel in line to see Brandon Rogers, which I did see after
a long time.
After a lot of waiting, which is okay. But, and then after I saw him, then we got our picture taken with that guy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. We got our picture taken with Frodo.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I can't remember.
Oh, no. It's not coming to me. You guys all know, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you know who Frodo is.
And then, after that, I was like, cool, well, my legs hurt. I'm just going to go home now. And that's pretty much all I did. I did one walk around the main room and looked at stuff.
Oh,
and that was about it.
Yeah, I did a lot of walking around the main room, but yeah, that was cool. So we did a panel on Percy Jackson relationships, couples, basically.
We ranked the couples from all of the Percy Jackson book series.
Yes, we did the whole Percy Jackson universe, which includes Trials of Apollo. And we had the it was like a very interactive panel. So we had 50 people there, which was so exciting because, we did have this moment of what if no one shows up except for our friends and our cousins that came down from Orlando to come to this.
Yeah.
And that was
there's
awkward.
A chance that there's going to be 7 people in the audience.
That's it. But no, it was actually almost, the room seemed very full. I'm sure it could have probably fit another 20 people, but it felt really full.
Yeah.
And everybody was they were so great, such a great audience. In fact, we met one of our listeners on there, but if she told us our name, I don't think she told us her name. So
I don't think so.
But thank you, listener, that came up and said hi. That was really cool. I think that's the second listener we've met, so it's always really neat.
Yeah, that was cool.
But yeah, so we had the audience basically write down their favorite 3 couples, and then Brianna tallied them up and worked out the top 8 that were recommended by the audience.
Right.
Which, thank goodness, most of the good ones were in there.
Yeah.
That makes sense because it was from the audience.
There was no, Tyson and Ella.
Which was kind of sad. I almost wanted to talk about that. Yeah. We had no Tyson, Ella, and no, what was the other one
There was another bigger one. Oh, Chris and Clarice.
Yeah, I know Chris and Clarice.
And there was no Selena and Charles.
Oh, and no Selena and Charles, which was funny.
Selena and Clarice.
Yeah, they did. Several people gave us Selena and
same
Clarice.
Group. It was the group of 3 friends, and they all put it as one of theirs.
And
that made it jump.
Who did it knock out? What couple did it knock out by putting them up? Do you remember? Because they at the last minute, these people put in the Clarice and Selena, and then it knocked out a couple.
I don't remember.
Oh, well, that's fine. It knocked out a couple. I don't know who it was, but it doesn't matter because we talked about the most important ones.
But whichever couple it was one that had 1.
Oh, okay.
There was a few that just had 1 vote, and I was I'm just going to pick one of these ones.
Yeah.
To add into the mix. So that's why I ended up picking.
Clarice and Selena were the only non-canon couple. All the rest were canon couples, which was kind of nice for me because I am definitely a canon type of person, meaning I like what's in the books. I'm not particularly into fan fiction so much, So that was
I don't read enough Percy Jackson fan fiction to know all the couplings.
Yeah.
I could give you pros and cons of every potential possible pairing you could think of from Harry Potter.
Yes, for sure.
Because I've definitely read one fan fiction of each of them. Yeah. at least one of basically any of them.
There's also, there's so many combinations. But yeah, so that was really fun. We did make an announcement a little bit late in the just slightly late in the panel that there was spoilers for all of the books, all of the Percy Jackson books.
We said it
before
earlier.
Someone.
Yeah, but we didn't make it. We weren't
super clear. If Trials of Apollo, there will be spoilers, right? That's what we said. So I guess that's the same spoiler notice for you too, because what's going to happen is we're going to give you the recording that we have of our panel, so you can hear it live. But keep in mind that because we're doing all the different couples and we're talking about each ones and why we like them, we bring up things from all 3 series. So it's original series, the Heroes of Olympus series, and then the Trials of Apollo series. And there is a major spoiler about the Trials of Apollo series.
Yeah, many of them. There's character deaths that we get into.
Yeah.
Couples that break up that we get into. Yeah. Couples that get together that you don't know got together till later.
She kind of almost spoils things just by saying that, because now people know there's someone dies and people break up. I'm just saying. Anyways, so.
Well, we already gave the spoiler warning.
Yeah, spoiler warning has been given. So keep that in mind. It was funny when I did finally give the spoiler warning, or like really make it clear. 3 people stood up and walked out. And I was like, okay, bye.
Yeah. But and then there's that one girl who was like, oh, Selena dies? But then you hear, you go, wait, what? We told you this spoiler. And then she goes, yeah, I read that book. I just forgot. Yeah, she said that she forgot it. Selena dies.
Which is funny, because that's in the first book series. So I didn't feel bad about that at all, but that was hilarious.
He goes, what? We're like, what do you mean?
What do you mean, what? How could he not know that? That's the 5th book. Anyways, so it was super fun. We really loved everybody, and a nice person came up and gave us some bracelets.
Yep.
And we even had a dad walk up to us and thank us for that. He said he learned a lot.
I don't
think he's ever read a Percy Jackson.
No, he's just like, for his kids.
He's like, I learned a lot. Now I can talk to my kids about it. And we're like, that's great. It was so cute. Anyways, it was so much fun. The only problem is that we accidentally did not record the very beginning. So what you're missing is us introducing ourselves, introducing our podcast, and then explaining what the panel's about.
Right.
And then what happened is, while people were sending up the little cards with their like 3 votes in the very beginning, I had people coming up, whoever wanted to like talk about their favorite couple, just to kind of keep everybody entertained while we were waiting, because Brianna was tallying everything. Yeah. And so I think we only get one person, and that wasn't even a couple that was that was even discussed during the whole thing. You missed like a couple people. I think 2 different people came up to talk about why
3 of them
they like Nico and Will. Really?
I think 3 different people.
Wait, did anybody talk about anything else? Anyways, I can't remember. But several people came up to talk about their couples.
I think someone
came up about Percy and Annabeth. Yeah. And then And so what's gonna happen is we're gonna basically play the recorded panel.
Yep.
And it's gonna start with this one person who came up and talked about her. She even said it could be a platonic relationship. It was very cute.
Yeah. I think we have one other person, though, after her. I think there's that one girl that
because you were still working on it.
Yeah, because it was took me a little bit longer, I think, or that girl was
had that really cool black t-shirt.
It was like a camp comparison. Sorry, it was like a Camp Half-Blood shirt, except for instead of having like a live Pegasus, it was a skeleton Pegasus.
It was completely a Hades cabin.
Yeah, so I think really we catch her as well.
Okay, so you'll see we got in. Brianna looked down and noticed that we actually didn't hit the right button for recording. So thank goodness she saw that.
Otherwise, we would have lost the whole thing.
What we did get is we did get the full video recording of our thing, and we just don't really have. We don't have a YouTube channel, so I don't know. One of these days, maybe we'll figure out a way to put out the video recording. But in the meantime, you guys get this. Is that it?
Yeah. We're not going to do our whole outro at the end. This is just going to end
with our ending the panel.
Ending the panel. So I will say, if you want to see the video, email us. If enough people email us, I'll drop it on YouTube.
That's right.
Under one of my personal channels.
Or you can even message through Instagram or Facebook if that's
true.
a better way. But
we have social medias at Camp Comparisons Podcast, and we have an email, which is campcomparisonpodcast@gmail.com.
Yepers.
So there you go. You can contact us those ways.
Okay, cool. So enjoy our live panel. We're so excited about. Hopefully we do more.
Yeah, definitely.
Here we go. Who are you defending? Who are you?
Okay. Anyways, really quickly before I do on this, I just wanted to say that was actually confirmed in The Sun and the Star.
What was confirmed?
That Will did like Nico when they first met, and also it was also confirmed that Nico asked Will out in front of the entire camp. So that happened. Anyways. Mine is ambiguous whether it be platonic or not, but I really like the relationship between Leo and Jason. It's just spoilers for Trials of Apollo and everything, but it's just so sad and tragic about how they're always they're best friends, but then the prophecy says, "Oops, nope, that can't happen anymore," and just the way Leo thought he could cheat death and stuff when he dies. And then when he comes back, he thinks, wow, I can finally see Jason and Piper and all my friends again. Well, then...
Oh, you're bringing this to sadness here.
Jason is dead. So...
There's a spoiler for Trials of Apollo.
Trauma. It was trauma.
So, like, I just think they're just tragic and also could be really great because, yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. Thank you.
Okay, well, those actually very much changed. Those, like, 4.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. Brought a whole new thing in.
Does anybody else have one that they wanted to? Okay, we're going to just take your last ones really fast so that they're in the... We have the complete lineup.
Oh, we got a head cap hat on it.
I love your cosplay.
Oh, I love that shirt.
Thank you.
That is that. Look at it's a skeleton. It's like a Nico shirt. Go turn around and show everybody. Look at how cool that is.
A round of applause for that one.
Yeah.
Hi. I think it's obvious which one's my favorite.
I'm gonna guess.
I have no idea. I will say, honestly, I don't really love what happened with their relationship in The Son of the Star. I feel like both of them were mischaracterized a little bit.
If it helps, neither of us have read that one.
We haven't read it, but it's okay. It can be spoiled.
Unfortunately, it's very obviously co-written, and you can tell which part is which author. Still a very good book. I like what they did for both of the characters, but it kind of made like them reliant on each other rather than being like their own characters, and I didn't personally love that. But besides for that, from everything that I've read, their relationship is awesome, and hopefully we'll see some of them kind of pre-Sun and the Star in the next book, since it's a Halloween special. So.
Oh,
The
cool.
Trials
I
book
haven't heard of the
yeah,
new
no,
one.
the Trials book got referred to be like on Halloween.
Oh, cool.
I'm very excited for that.
We'll see what that comes up. All right. For the new guys that just arrived, do you guys want to quickly put in your top 3 Percy Jackson relationships before we keep going? Oh, never mind. She says it's too late. Sorry. We're going to just keep going. We can pick them up later. You can leave them on your seats. It's okay. You can leave the pens on your seats, or you can take them home. Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have to explain which each of these are because you can't really tell. But this is Percy and Annabeth versus Clarice and Selena.
Oh, that's a new one. I didn't expect that one.
This is the front of my whole thing. Nico and Will versus Jason and Piper. This is Sally and Paul versus Frank and Hazel.
Aww.
This is Leo and Calypso versus Jupiter and Grover.
Oh. So I did
we
not
have as our
expect
top 8.
That was going to be tough.
I did not expect the Selena and
Clarice.
one at all. In fact,
There was more of those than there was.
did anybody put Clarice and Chris on their list? No. Oh, very sad.
No, there was none of those.
I thought that was such a cute little.
I thought they were cute too.
So we also don't have. Wait, you said
What?
Oh, I was just looking. Who else we didn't? We didn't get a Tyson and an Ella.
Nope.
Come on, guys.
People forgot about that
It's
one.
an interesting relationship.
You're reading it right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to get spoiled.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. So we're each gonna pick.
Yeah.
one. I'm just gonna let you have Percy and Annabeth. You're very passionate about them, and I'll take Clarice and Selena.
Okay,
for our
I
first
appreciate
one.
that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you why I think Percy and Annabeth should go ahead over Clarice and Selena. I mean, first of all, Selena is dead. Anyways, sorry. I mean, that by itself should just... But I guess we're not doing...
Yeah, not everyone lived. God.
I told you this was spoilers. That happens in the 5th book of the first series.
I forgot about it.
All right, so, I mean, okay, so first of all, Percy and Annabeth, they go through so much with each other. Has anybody, who here has read House of Hades?
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but it's one of my favorite books.
My absolute favorite.
That adventure of going through Tartarus was intense, and it really tested their limits all the way. I mean, there is a scene. I don't want to go in too much just in case we really are spoiling a lot of people's Percy Jackson experience. But there is a scene where Annabeth could have very easily just said, you know what, Percy's a little bit too dark for me. I'm gonna have to go with someone else. But she doesn't. She sticks with him. You know what I mean? She sees that, yeah, we have dark sides, but, that can come out sometimes, but she always saw like what Percy really was, and she always understood him more than anybody else. I also just love how much he like literally worships her. I mean, it's very cute, and she is.
We're gonna talk about them like 10 more times.
Definitely. So. Oh my gosh, I just want to talk about them forever. Okay, fine. That's my
good?
short abbreviation.
Okay.
Because we'll be talking about them more.
She continuously defies her mother. She does not like Percy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Percy
Yeah.
reminds
The
her of
relationship
Odysseus.
happens despite Athena not being a fan of Percy, although she's just not a fan of Poseidon.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Also, strategically, Percy's bad. You know, it's a whole thing.
Strategically,
Yeah.
Percy's bad?
Yeah, like Athena being the strategic.
Oh, I
she's
see.
like, it's better if he's just dead. You know.
She does say that.
She does say that.
Popular, like, theory that Athena doesn't like Percy because he reminds her of Odysseus. Odysseus' worst qualities are all of Odysseus' worst qualities are Percy's best qualities, and vice versa.
Interesting. Wow, I didn't hear that one.
So for Clarice and Selena, I will say that it's kind of similar to why I like Clarice and Chris, actually, which is just that Selena brought out a much lighter side of Clarice and like showed her true caring side that we only get to see really with Selena and Chris. And so obviously they're a fan couple, not a real couple in the series. But I think they would have been really cute together, and the whole thing at the end where Selena puts on her armor and goes and pretends to be Clarice to bring the Ares cabin together for the final battle was just, I don't know, it was just cute, even though she was, you know, a traitor, but whatever. So I really don't like Selena. It's kind of hard to do. Like she got Charles killed, is the whole thing. But yes, so those are my reasons why I would say that they would be a very cute couple together.
Okay.
That's about it.
Good. So that's all we're going to do on that one. So here, this is what we're going to do. We just need a show of hands. And I'm going to ask you first a show of hands who thinks that Percy and Annabeth should continue on. I thank you guys very much.
Yeah.
And then, but raise your hand if you think it should be Selena and Clarice. Thank you. Thank you. Holding strong. Okay, so they're moving forward. We're going to do the next set.
Okay, do you want Nico and Will or Jason and Piper? Yeah, these are both. This is hard.
Oh, man.
Do you want me to pick for you?
Well, I'll tell you the problem is that I would have no case for Jason and Piper.
All right, I'll take them.
I'm so sorry. So I feel like I would do everyone who likes Jason and Piper a disservice.
Fine, I'll take them.
Sorry. Okay, good. Okay, so you go first then. You're Jason and Piper.
Okay. I'm recently rereading the first book of that series,
Mm-hmm.
The Lost Hero. And the way that they, even though the relationship was fake in the beginning, and it was all this thing of the mist in Piper's head, she does like actually fight for him and put herself out there for him multiple times. And she also respects his boundaries really well with the fact that he doesn't have any memory and he doesn't know what's going on. And she really just, I don't know, I feel like she's very comforting for him, even though he doesn't really know why, because he's never met her until he woke up on the bus. And as the relationship progresses, they just, I don't know, I just feel like they find so much comfort in each other when they're going through hard times, and that happens like over and over again. And that's just, being able to have comfort in your partner is something that, well, it's like very important in a relationship. And so, yeah. And I know they break up in the end, and then he dies. But
Spoiler!
But they didn't break up for like terrible reasons. Like nothing terrible happened. It was just she was kind of going through a lot with her dad and was changing as a person. Because as we discover, she kind of ends up with this girl in Ohio. Wisconsin?
Oklahoma?
Iowa?
A middle some state.
We would have flunked that trivia question.
Some Midwest. So she was just going through a lot, and even then, like, they still came around for each other when it mattered in the quest, and they were still able to be civil with each other because they had true love for each other in the end, and they just weren't 100% compatible.
They were definitely friends. They definitely cared
but they
about
complemented each other very well. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Should we get someone who's a big Jason Piper fan to also talk, or was that fine?
Is that okay? Okay. All right.
So, Oh gosh, we already had a few people come up and give Will and Nico, so you guys all got from straight, true. They're not my top number one, but I will tell you, they are a very cute couple. Very cute. Will is like that. He's like the one person that can boss Nico around. You know what I mean? And that he listens to and doesn't take any. Yes, thank you. That's the word that's not a swear word. From Nico. And you really get to like feel like Nico goes through this whole thing in the first 5 books. And, it's like hard. It's hard for you to kind of like see him go through like, being alone, being like lost, not knowing what he is. Does anybody like him? Does he want to go? And he doesn't feel good anywhere he goes. So you kind of like really feel that with him. And then when you find out a little bit more about him in the second series, which I forget which book that was, if it was the Son of Neptune or
No,
it was
when afterwards you find out he was in love with Percy.
Yeah.
I think it's
when he goes and he meets Cupid. And
no, I think
is it Mark of Athena?
No. That's House of Hades because
oh gosh.
Yeah. It is
Okay.
House of Hades.
Oh, okay, because we don't find out until House of Hades?
Yeah.
Wow.
They say he was in love with Percy that whole time.
Yeah. And everybody thought it was Annabeth.
Because it was after they fell in the pit and he's talking about like his Percy like grabs him and is like, promise me you'll help or whatever.
Yeah. It's all one big adventure in my head, those 5 books. Like sometimes I forget what happens except for if it says like the House of Hades, I remember that, Anyway, and then what happens, what you get to see, which I love, and I think we only get like a little bit of it in the last book of that second series, but if you haven't read Trials of Apollo, you get a lot more of the relationship there, but you really get to see how he actually is acknowledged for who he is and like shown like, hey, I see you, I see you as, a demigod just like the rest of us. Doesn't matter who your dad is, doesn't matter that you can like bring skeletons out of the earth or, land just dies around you sometimes. It's like, despite all that, we see you, we like you, and he gets that from Will. And I think that's like a really strong point in a relationship. I mean, hello, bringing out the best in you.
Yeah.
So there is my
Nico and Will.
Nico and Will.
Great. Okay, raise of hands, Nico and Will to move on. Okay. Okay, Jason and Piper to move on. Nice.
One standing.
I'm glad we're all really on the same page here.
Well, I'm not surprised. Those were the 2 I figured were going to go forward.
Those were the 2 most popular.
And of course, I got to defend both of them. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Sally and Paul and Frank and Hazel.
Sally and Paul and Frank and Hazel. Well, you can pick because I can do either.
I think I'm going to do Frank and Hazel.
Okay, but I get to go first because you went first last week.
Oh, did I? Okay, go ahead.
So I'm going to do Sally and Paul. Okay, so first of all, Sally was a single mother who was, well, okay, fine, she wasn't a single mother.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
she was. Worse than a single mother.
Oh, what was she? She was raising a child with an abusive husband,
Yes.
And the TV series doesn't show Gabe the same way, maybe because it's Disney Plus. I don't know. That might have been a little too much for most kids. But, yeah. But she, like, literally... Oh my God, I'm about to give you guys how much I love Sally, but that's not what we're going for. Okay, fine. So she had that whole life, and I don't think she expected to ever have, like, love in a relationship or support or companionship, So when she conveniently got rid of Gabe, go Sally. I still like the way the book does it better than the TV series.
Full-on murder.
But again, it's Disney Plus. When she got rid of Gabe, I think she really thought that she was just going to be, raising this demigod kid who could die anytime and could be alone anytime. And that's sad. But we don't really get to see her, like, we get that cute little scene where she's doing homework with Paul. Was it homework?
Yeah, she was going back to college.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a writer.
But we don't really know how they met or anything. But she's got, like, this sense of normalcy with him. Like, he is a normal person, and in the beginning didn't know anything. And she could just be this, like, maybe young again, right? For anybody who's been married and gone through a divorce and, had to start again, you'll know what that's like. But like in the kind of like starting again and like, trying to find someone who cares about you. I think it's really cute. Paul, by the way, I keep wanting to swear, but I'm not supposed to. Paul, by the way, is really cool. And he like, literally, he finds out about the stuff and he just like goes along with it. I mean, how many of you guys would be like, you're a son of Poseidon? Like, yeah.
And he
get this kid.
I know it's not my turn, but he also asks.
Took it all in stride.
He did.
He talks to Percy before he proposes to Sally.
Yeah,
which was
so sweet. He also goes out and defends like on the fifth book, The Last Olympian, goes out and like helps defend New York City. Like they're all fighting and stuff. It's so cute. They're such a cute couple. They're like little kids in adult bodies. That's my defense.
And they got a cute baby together.
And they got a cute baby, Charles of Apollo.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
She was
Yep.
born during
Magnus.
before
No.
Heroes of Olympus.
In that the Chalice of the Gods, the new one that came out.
Chalice of the Gods is when Percy finds out that Sally's pregnant.
Oh, okay. Well,
And then
the baby is around in the first book of Charles of Apollo.
Yeah. I don't know when exactly she was born, but in between Chalice of the Gods and Charles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Okay.
4, Frank and Hazel. Okay, I love them so much. They're one of my top favorite couples. I love that Frank gave Hazel his fire stick of life before they were even dating. Just trusted, literally, it was like, here's my entire life force in a stick. You know, I trust you this much. And even with, and that time when, like, Leo and Hazel, they're holding hands and they're, like, sharing memories with each other from the past because, like, Leo's grandpa knew Hazel. Anyways, this whole thing.
It was Hazel's boyfriend.
Yeah.
I forgot that couple.
Well, no, they weren't. It wasn't actually Leo. It was Leo's grandpa.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. But when Frank sees that, like, he gets a little jealous, but they, like, talk it through really well. Like, their communication was just so on point in that like, moment of jealousy. And I just feel like they both bring out the confidence in each other. Like, they're both kind of not very confident people. They have a lot of insecurities that you hear about a lot in those books when it's their, chapters. But they really, like, just boost each other up, and they end up, like, top legions in Charles Apollo. Again, they get, like, promoted, and they're, like, the top of the rank.
Praetors, is that how you say it?
Praetors.
How do you say that word? Anybody know? Praetor.
Yeah. And but they could not have done that without each other. Like, they really bring out the best in each other more than, I don't know, maybe except for Percy and Annabeth, more than any other couple. I think that they really...
They both bring out the best in each
Yeah,
other.
not just like with Nico and Will, the only thing I will say that does make me love them the very, very, very best is that I think that Will does a lot for Nico, but I don't see what Nico does as much for Will. Where at least with these two, I think they're very, like, they just are both there for each other in the best ways possible. And they have so much trust between them.
Yeah. Also, Frank is so cute.
And Frank is so cute.
I love when he goes to Annabeth with that little puzzle and figuring out how to do the Chinese.
I can't get my fingers. Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, so that's my Frank and Hazel defense.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Awesome.
So, again, raise of hands for Sally and Paul. This might be a little bit more split.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and now for Frank and Hazel.
Oh, Sally and Paul beat out Frank and Hazel.
Wow, by 2 hands. All right. Well, so much for Frank and Hazel. Okay.
Okay, what are the last ones?
Leo and Calypso and Jupiter and Grover.
I'm surprised that no one did Luke and Kelly the Ampuza. Okay, sorry.
No one cares about them.
That was a joke. Kelly the, what's it called? The Ampuzai?
Yeah, she was like the snake lady.
The one who was dressed as, like, was being a cheerleader when he would,
Yeah.
That was a bad joke. Okay, so who was it again?
Leo and Calypso.
Oh. I have to do
Juniper
Juniper and Grover. Is
Because
that
you don't
okay?
like, yeah, go ahead.
I don't like Leo and Calypso. I'm really sorry if anybody loves them. I know. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have a hard time. It's an in and out relationship.
So do I, but I can pretend.
Okay. So you're going first.
Sure. Okay, so Leo and Calypso. First of all, Leo saved her from the island, which no man, no hero, even... Who's all the heroes? Even...
Odysseus.
Odysseus.
Percy is 2 of them.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson forgot about her.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
sorry. Percy.
So he's the only one out of all the heroes in, like, thousands of years who actually have saved her from the island. So obviously that shows a lot. He's when she's, like, losing her powers and she's, like, off the island, she's trying to control her wind spirits and stuff, he's always very encouraging and is never, like, come on, do better. Like, that's in the Apollo series. Apollo is very much like, why can't you use your powers?
Yeah, you don't even know that they're a couple until the Trials of Apollo series. So if you hadn't gotten that far, Leo did not die, and he did come back with Calypso.
I knew even at the end, before Trials of Apollo came out, I knew they were going to end up being a couple.
There was something at the end, right?
There was a little bit of something.
There was a little...
up and ended up arriving at Calypso's house.
Oh, right. So you know he made it there. Okay,
there's
good.
no way. That's Rick Riordan's style. There's no way they wouldn't have become a couple.
Yeah. And while they're both still figuring out a lot of stuff, I feel like they're pretty good at supporting each other through it, even though they're both going through their personal stuff, they can step out of that to be able to help the other person when the other person really needs it. And they're a cute little dream of opening up like a bakery / tire
like a
place.
taco.
Oh, it was like tacos and
like
tires.
some kind of mechanic. And lemonade too.
And lemonade.
So many
yeah.
ideas.
Anyways, they had this really cute dream together, and yeah. Anyways, and he ends up settling down for her in that that safe house so that she wants to be normal and she wanted to go to school and just be able to experience life like she never has before. And he is willing to stay with her and stay there and work on their relationship together. Like, they're always willing to work things out even when they fight. And that's something that, whatever, all couples fight. And if you are willing to stick it out and work through it, that actually shows you can go the distance and not just break up over everything.
Yeah. Yeah. They're a good example of opposites attract.
Yes. Also that. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Juniper and Grover. Okay, well, who here has, anybody here listened to Newest Olympian with Mike Schubert? Yeah? Okay. So I just love the fact that he thought Juniper was the bad guy when he was reading the books for the first time. That cracked me up. So Juniper is a wood nymph, and Grover is I always say this wrong, satyr, not satire. Satyr. And I think that's like a common thing in mythology. I think those two do, the satyrs and wood nymphs do get together pretty much, yeah? Besides, but
that's
another nymph. It's like
it's a wind
nymph, yeah. So nymphs and satyrs. That's a thing.
Like the original mythology, satyrs very much like women, especially like nymphs. So it tracks.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Grover, first of all, is amazing. Like, he's like one of the best characters in the book. He is like the support person that you always want. He is so cute. He's so sweet. He's like, I love his growth so much. And so seeing him with a girlfriend, I just, like that alone is one of those things you're just like, your heart just goes, oh, it's so cute. He's got this, great relationship. She loves him so much. She can't go very far because they're, attached to, they only can go so far from the trees. So she doesn't get to go on all the adventures. We don't get to see her a lot, but she's like always interested in how he's doing. When he was going through, oh gosh, it's testing my knowledge, but he was going through something with the, what's that council? Council of Elders, right?
The Cloven.
Yeah.
The Cloven Council?
She was like there 100%, like, cheering him on, like, like saying, I'm there for you, basically in all the ways she did it. She's a little like, more nervous and anxious and stuff, but she definitely was like there for him all the time. It's very cute. Do we hear about much? We don't hear about her much in the...
We actually get a little bit more of their relationship in the Chalice of the Gods, because he's super into this weird photography girl.
I have to read that again.
And...
Yeah, he wants to he wants to give her something, and I think she gets jealous.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, so their relationship has moved to the point where she can get jealous. I mean, there you go.
But he handles it really well. After
does.
Percy gives some relationship advice, which is very funny coming from Percy.
They are very cute together. That's really all I have to say about them.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, great. So, Leo and Calypso, show of hands. Okay, Juniper and Grover. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, that was like almost.
Oh yeah, Juniper and Grover win by three.
Whoa.
3 hands.
I will say one thing about Leo and Calypso. Just don't boo me off the stage. Leo liked every girl he met. Calypso liked every guy she met. I just was a little worried about that.
But they didn't like each other when they first met.
That's true.
So
maybe
that was
clearly
different.
Maybe that's a sign that they could get together. That's true. Okay. Anyways. Okay, great. So we are at Percy and Annabeth, Nico and Will, Sally and Paul, and Juniper and Grover.
That's going to be very interesting. Now, unfortunately,
I'm still so surprised
this means
that Frank
only one of these couples are going to be able to advance to the next stage.
Why did we do that?
I don't know.
She did that. She put them on that side.
I didn't really think about it, but they were going to go head to head eventually. Whether it's at the top or here, it's not going to make a difference. They're going to go head to head.
Oh man.
So
I'm not
Which
ready
one
for
do you want to
this.
take? I want to take Nico and Will this time. You can stick with Percy and Annabeth.
Okay.
Is it your turn first?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Well, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, no. I'm really sad because I know there's a lot of Nico and Will fans in here. Well, okay, so my number one
not
couple
your
is
choice.
100%. Hey,
Go on.
Annabeth and Percy. I'm a big Annabeth and Percy fan. They have, like, kind of, to me, they have the love story that cannot compare to any other love story out there in all fiction. Let's not talk about the prophecy. They just... But they, like, there's, like, okay, first of all, I don't know how many people remember this. I've read the book so many times and over such a number of years that I totally forgot how much they didn't like each other in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Especially her. She was
really
so rude to him. And it's funny because I didn't actually get that until I saw the TV series. And I was like, why is Annabeth so rude to Percy in the TV series? And she was like, Mom, because she was rude to him in the books.
Yeah.
So I had to, like, reread it. And I was like, oh, you're right. So it was an interesting, I wouldn't say enemies to lover, but it was like, it was like, you know, they were just not best, they were not getting along really great.
It was enemies to lovers because their parents don't get along.
Yeah,
It was like rival families, like a good Romeo and
This
Juliet.
is a good Romeo and Juliet, except for they live.
They almost die a lot.
They almost die a lot, yeah. These guys start out slow, right? I mean, other than the fact that Percy sees her and the first thing he says is she looks like a princess. But they start out slow. They're not really getting along. Percy's a little bit of a sort of like fumbling kind of goofy.
He's a teenage
not really
boy.
He's a teenage
He's
boy.
a teenage boy.
No,
Teenager.
yeah. And Annabeth is like serious. She's like, we're here to do this quest. You know, stop making jokes. Stop messing around. Pay attention. She really wants, you know, Percy to like be serious. She's also like grew up really early. It was like 7 years old or something.
When
She
she
makes her way
ran
to
away.
camp. She runs away, lives on her own. You know, like the whole story. So she's like definitely grown up and gotten more mature faster than Percy. But I love how when Percy starts to make her smile, you know, like you start seeing through the books his little wisecracks and her starting to like melt a little bit, you know, and you kind of see that like being fond of him. She's trying not to show it. And then, man, when they decide they've got each other's backs, and that's even before the relationship, they've got each other's backs completely to the point that Annabeth literally jumps in front of Percy,
Even though he was immortal,
when that knife comes his way, you
She
know.
knew.
And was it a knife?
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, thank
dagger,
you.
yeah.
Someone here really knows her stuff.
I grew up with it.
That's awesome.
I reread it so often.
That's so awesome. Yeah, so she like literally jumps, I mean, no thought at all, you know? And I think he would have done the same for her. I mean, like, again, go back to the House of Hades. They like, their attachment is so obvious in that book. He will do anything for her and she will do anything for him. But it's also, it's not like a weird, not that that ever has to be weird, but it can be.
it's not super obsessive.
It's not this super obsessive. They just like, they know each other. They're almost a unit, just like one mind, you know? And they respect each other so much. So like when it's time for Percy to step up and do something, Annabeth steps back, you know? But when it's time for Annabeth to step up, which, you know, a lot of times that's what it is, Percy steps back, you know? And it's really amazing how they do that. So I just think like when you really look at all the components of their relationship, like everything to how much they do for each other, as much as, I'm just going to give this little bit before she talks, as much as Will and Nico are a cute couple, I feel like couple-wise, those are couple goals. That's all. I rest my case.
Okay, Nico and Will. It's hard not to bring up the points that were like already brought up by the people in the crowd, but it is true that like Nico was out of place for so many reasons. Like he felt so out of place for so many reasons. His dad, you know, being Hades, and his sister dying, and being in love with Percy, not understanding what that's going to mean for him, and whatever. Like, where's that going to go?
He's displaced out of time, too.
And,
He's in a totally different
yeah,
time.
and he's like, he came out of this hotel at a whole different time period, and so he was really losing it for many books. Like, he was trying, but he needed a support system that he did not have from anybody. And even Percy wasn't there for him like Nico needed someone to be there for him. Percy was kind of too in his own, you know, trying not to die all the time, and also trying to court Annabeth at the same time.
So
So
Nico liked Percy.
yeah, also he had no idea, but like he just he didn't realize how much support Nico needed, even just as a friend, and so he really was never there for him in the ways that really mattered. And when Percy finally convinced the gods that they needed to make like an actual cabin for Hades and for all the minor gods and stuff, he hoped that would be enough for Nico, but of course it wasn't. Nico went off to find another camp and whatever, just was never really around. And so when Will was like, told him finally, like, we do want you around, I want you around, you just never asked. You just never asked, but like, I do want you here, we all want you here. And then the cutest scene, it's my favorite Nico and Will scene, is when Nico is sitting at the Apollo table and someone's like, you guys can't sit together. And he's like, it's actually on doctor's orders. And he's like, who's your doctor? Will. Yeah, that's right. It was in the first Apollo book. And he was like,
they use that all the time.
Yeah, like, aren't you not allowed to sit here? He's like, oh, it's on doctor's orders. Like, when I sit at the Hades table, just skeletons just start popping up everywhere. I can't control it. So, like, it's just stuff like that. Like, he calms Nico. He makes him feel like he actually has a place that he should be, and that he's wanted for the first time in his life. Like, he's wanted. Well, first time since, like, his family all died. That he was, like, actually wanted again. And, yeah, and in Trials of Apollo 2, near the end, Nico starts going through some really hard times. We don't really know what exactly. He was getting, like, visions, and
Is it explained in the Sun and the Stars book?
Is that explained more?
Yeah.
I was
so we
guessing,
have to read that book.
I was guessing that that's where that was going, but he's getting all these weird visions, and he's meeting with these weird mole people.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. But Will is still, like, he's still like, you need to talk to me, we need to be here for each other, and he really pushes Nico to not close his doors. Every time Nico tries to close his doors on him, he's like, no, stop that, I'm here, stop that. And, yeah, Nico really needs that. He would literally be going crazy without Will, so that's
very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so when we do this one, we need you to raise your hand very high so we don't have any questions about any scratching heads. Like, no scratching heads on this one, okay? No screaming in the back either.
Well, you can scream, just with your hand up.
So we're going to get a raise of hands for Percy and Annabeth. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. I got 19. What did you get? What'd you get?
21, 22, 23. Oh.
I got
Keep it up. One more time. Keep it up just for Percy and Annabeth. Okay.
This is going to be a tight one, so we want to make sure we got them all.
20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah.
Okay,
got
23.
It.
Okay.
Yeah, no relationships breaking up over this, okay, guys? All right. No friendships breaking up over this.
Okay,
so
good. Nico and Will.
Nico and Will, raise your hands.
Oh, we actually probably didn't have to count so thoroughly.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys, so Percy and Annabeth are going forward. Yeah, they are, yeah.
You did do a good case. Okay. Sally and Paul, Grover and Jupiter.
We all know how this is going to end. But we do have 14 more minutes, so we might as well see it through.
Let's just finish this out.
And yeah, so Sally and Paul and June. Oh my God, I already did both of those.
Okay. Well, which one did you prefer doing?
Is there anybody here who is a like absolute Sally and Paul fan? Like do you want to come defend that one?
Nice. So what are we gonna do?
We're gonna watch him.
We're gonna both.
We want to hear some real Sally and Paul talk.
I think
was that okay?
Sally and Paul
Oh
fan.
darn!
It's fine.
You can add. You can add things
it's
at
fine.
the end.
If they win, then I'll do them.
Okay. Ugh. You might have to kind of stand a little close. This thing doesn't want to.
Yeah.
And then sit right there.
Stand real close to
Unless you don't want to use it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Give it to
stand
us.
wherever you want.
Give it to us.
All right. So Sally and Paul, we have to remember that when Paul and Sally first get together, he doesn't know anything about the demigod world. He doesn't know that the gods exist. He doesn't know that Sally has been with a god. He's concerned about Percy simply because he sees what Percy has been going through on the mortal side. He's been kicked out of a ridiculous number of schools. He's been with an abusive stepfather, and he's with Sally through all of those things, knowing full well that most of her attention is probably going to be on her son. And he still respects Percy. He tries to do what he can for him, getting him into the school in the fourth book, Battle of the Labyrinth. I don't remember the name of the school.
Yeah. No, either.
and even when Percy gets attacked at the orientation and is basically immediately kicked out,
Right.
Paul still tries to help.
Doesn't blame him instantly.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the biggest bit of their relationship for me is when Paul does eventually find out about the other side of the curtain. If I found out that the Greek and the Roman gods and all that existed, and I found out that the person I was in a romantic relationship had been with a literal god in a romantic sense, I would have been like, what can I possibly do for you? How can this work?
Right.
And he doesn't question it.
Yeah.
He just goes with the flow.
Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you.
That was good.
That was
Give
a
a
good one.
Good.
So are we both doing Grover?
Do you want to say something more about Paul and
Oh.
Sally?
I'll just say that she was never truly happy until she was with him. Like she went through her parents dying early and her aunt that she had to take care of instead of going to school. Uncle, whatever. And then somebody. And then she was happy briefly with Poseidon, but we all know how it ends with the gods. It doesn't end well.
Briefly, is it like one?
We don't know. We don't know.
I think when I said it was he was with her for.
I think it was. I think it was a few months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, that's
but so that was brief, but still, like as she says, that God wants to just wave their hands and solve all your problems, but she doesn't want that. She wants to live her life for herself and be able to build on what she wants and not just have a God wave his hand and build her a palace in the bottom of the sea.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay, so then she's with Gabe and Percy and she's stressed. So it's like literally not until Paul that she has that true happiness and pride in herself. He like really builds her up and like supports her writing career and all of that. And then they have a beautiful baby together. And it's the true happiness that she deserved this whole time.
We need a story of that baby. Oh wait, it's not demigod. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not going to be a demigod. Just a
sounds
normal,
like she's
beautiful
really
child.
cute.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe what it's like to grow up as the
Sister
of a demigod. Yeah. Do you want to do a Jupiter, and should we both do a little bit?
Yeah, it's kind of hard. We don't see them on page together a lot. All we really see is that Grover does change as a person. Like he literally becomes the king of the wild, like whatever. Like Pan passes on his gifts to Grover, and we see like Grover go through this really amazing growth journey, and we can assume that Jupiter had a lot to do with that, but we don't see it on page.
Yeah, it makes it hard.
So it is a little hard, but his confidence and his skills and just everything as he's growing up, it really just, his character changes so much, but in all the best ways, while still keeping the parts of Grover that we loved so much at the beginning. And I would like to hope that Jupiter had a lot to do with that and in his confidence boost and stuff.
I would think so. I think a good relationship always raises your confidence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get someone that loves you that much, you kind of feel a little better about yourself.
Yeah.
I also really like how much they both, I just like the little bits in the books we get of like her worrying about him worrying about her, you know, and they're like, you know, like, I don't know, it's just cute. Their interest in each other and they're wanting to be around each other is very cute.
Yeah. And that was Grover's first relationship, and he stuck it out. He made it work.
I don't know how many years actually goes by.
Yeah, well, whatever. But a few, 4,
yeah, there's some
5,
years there, yeah.
Something like that. So, yeah, which is just shows a lot of, they must be great together if
I still think
they stay together so
on
long.
the Sally and Paul train on this
Yeah,
one,
it's
but
really
we'll
hard to compare.
We'll see.
These
Okay,
two.
we're going to get some hands for this. So raise your hand if you would like Sally and Paul to go forward.
All right.
Okay, thank you. And if there's anybody out there that wants to raise their hand for Jupiter and Grover, give them some love. Awesome, thank you. Okay, good.
Wow, we really are going to do mom versus kid here. Really? This is really like,
I was
clearly people who are good at relationships in this family.
But I gotta give it to the mom. I'm sorry, she raised him to be what he is.
I mean, it's a fair point.
She went through literal hell.
Although
to raise him.
he really only saw her relationship with well, whatever. He barely sees
Yeah,
her
but
relationship
Sally
with Paul
raised
before.
Percy to be a respectful kid, to be someone who shows, respect to women,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. It's very true.
Yeah, she did a lot of that.
Yeah, he doesn't get a good example of a healthy relationship with her, but
No.
she does teach him great morals. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
I don't know do we need to argue this out, or we just
We've done
run
both of them multiple times.
I know, it's like, well, we already talked about it. I feel like I can't say anything else about it. I think we should just go for it and let's see where this ends up.
Okay, just do raise of hands right now. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna jump right into it. All right, you ready? Okay, so raise of hands for Percy and Annabeth. Okay. Obviously. Okay, good. And then anybody out there who's still going for Paul and Sally? I love it.
It's more.
That's
it's
great.
more than we
That's
thought.
great. I really love that. I mean, Paul and Sally really, they should be second place.
Yes, for sure.
So, guys, we just found out who the best relationship is for the Percy Jackson fandom. It is Percy and Annabeth. Let's give them a hand. Good for them, because it kind of sucks when you're the main character of a book series and you're not the best one in the relationship.